Hello and welcome to the Random Pinoy Geek Podcast, the show where we geek out to three random topics until the timer runs out. I'm your random host, Elvin. With me are
And sushi.
we're friends and geeks who grew up in the Philippines, and in each episode, we hang out and talk about things that are near and dear to all our little geeky hearts. Before we start, if you'd like to support the show and are a content creator ready to take the next steps in your journey, check out episodify.com. They'll help produce and edit any content you're creating, whether it's audio or video, short form or long form. They do it all. That's episodify.com. Now, on to the episode. So, the topic that I want to discuss is actually something that's in my young adult life.
Twilight.
No, close though. Close. It's the
Goosebumps.
It's
No,
the
just kidding.
early 2000s movie A Knight's Tale, starring the late great
Mm.
Heath Ledger.
And the late great.
Is that a romantic film?
Wait, what?
Wait,
Yes.
I haven't
Sushi
watched.
has never watched
I,
A
The
Knight's
Night-
Tale?
Knight's
I
Tale
don't
is one of
believe
my
so.
most rewatched movies of all time.
It's one of those movies that if it comes up, you just watch it. You just leave it on.
Yeah.
I might have watched it, okay,
It's
but I
Heath-
don't.
It's Heath Ledger
As
as
a
a
knight.
knight with Robert Baratheon. No,
It's
wait,
comedy. I think it's part comedy.
It's there's a comedy.
with Vision as Geoffrey Chaucer.
I might have seen it, but go on, Elvin.
Yes, he's the
It's
one
the
that-
one where Heath is Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
No,
He
no.
plays Ulrich von Liechtenstein,
No.
who is a real. So it's based on Chaucer's tales. So Chaucer has different stories from the medieval times, and the Knight's Tale. This one is kind of like, oh, it's one of those tales of Chaucer, and it's about this guy William, who pretends to be a noble knight.
William Thatcher.
Will Thatcher, yes, who wants to become a knight, who
Because his
pretends to
dad
be a
is a
knight.
Thatcher.
Yes, makes little things.
Oh,
Who's blind?
Yeah, because that's how it worked.
Yeah, back in the day, in
Oh.
medieval times, last names are for the rich and powerful, the nobility. The rest, whose William is that? Oh, that's William Thatcherson, the son of the Thatcher.
All right.
So who's
So
that?
it's
That's
like when
William.
you're Chinese, you're Benson Rickson. Ano?
Okay, maybe, who knows? But in the world of A Knight's Tale,
Jefferson.
he was traveling to join tournaments to sort of become a knight because he was really good at fighting. He was really good at jousting.
But you're not allowed if you're not royalty.
You're-
Nobility is the term.
Yeah. And so he pretended to be one. And over time, he sort of gathered this group of misfits. So he gathered,
Robert Baratheon.
he gathered two attendants. One is Alan Tudyk, who plays.
I will fong you! He says that at one point.
Alan Tudyk is Wash from Firefly, if you
I will
remember.
fong you!
He's also Duke Wesselton from Frozen. He just plays every character. He's like in every.
Alan Tudyk.
Mr. Nobody from Doom Patrol. Okay.
Mekos Mekos? No.
No. That's it.
Nobody.
What?
No. Oh my God. So oh my God.
Anyway, so and then yes, Robert Baratheon, Mike Eddy is.
I don't know his
I can't
name.
remember his name.
I just
He's
found out that
he's
he was
Baratheon.
Robert Baratheon.
He's also there. Will also gets the services of a
Of-
female
of-
blacksmith.
Of not Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but she's like really attractive.
Do you think they would have gotten Michelle Rodriguez and they just didn't have the budget?
I think they couldn't get Michelle Rodriguez because Michelle Rodriguez couldn't do an English accent.
Sure.
I think that might be it. But yeah, so
This,
and then
this girl clearly.
yeah, she
Well, yeah.
does and
This is one of the casting call. Michelle Rodriguez type.
Michelle Rodriguez type.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he also then gets a hype man in the form of Chaucer.
Ulrich von
Yes.
Liechtenstein!
Yes.
Which is
Ladies and
Paul Bettany's best role.
yes, this is Paul
Best.
Bettany who plays Vision in the Marvel movies. Or Jarvis in Iron Man. He's like this hype man who speaks like in the modern verse. He speaks like like modern day guy, and like the idea is because it was set in 1590s. Oh no, was it 1590s
I
or
don't know.
it's like
The protector of virginity!
no, it's
Is that an actual
Some-
line?
yeah,
from
yeah.
some
The-
movie?
Something like that.
the the idea is that he's just hyping up Ulrich von Liechtenstein, and Will is trying to woo the heart of this beautiful
Was it Rosario
nobility.
Dawson or just not
She-
Rosario
No,
Dawson?
I don't think she's Rosario Dawson.
Not Rosario
Not
Dawson.
Rosario
Yeah.
Dawson. Yeah.
So these people, he recruited them as part of his entourage.
Yes.
Oh wait, this is Men in Black 3 girl 2.
No,
the
it's not.
the light of
I don't think it's because it's. I know what you're talking about.
or
but
is that
she's-
also Rosario Dawson?
No, that's not Rosario Dawson.
Then it's
That's-
that girl,
No,
right?
it's not. It's not.
It's not?
It's not. Also, there's this famous line that he says, like, "Today you will find yourselves equals, like the rich and the poor are all equals, but you're equally blessed to be before the."
Oh wait, are we
the
doing
knights."
spoilers?
We can.
We
It's
can,
it's a
it's a 20 plus
yeah,
year old movie.
Yeah, it's an old.
But
Movie.
Sushi hasn't seen it.
I might have.
I actually envy Sushi for not
Yeah, because
because
she can enjoy
to enjoy this the first
Yes.
time. It's one of the best movies.
introducing to you as knights sired by knights, a knight who can trace his lineage back beyond Charlemagne.
Beyond Charlemagne.
He amazed me in Italy, where he saved a fatherless beauty from the would-be ravishing of her dreadful Turkish uncle. I give to you the seeker of serenity, the protector of Italian
Yeah, Italian
virginity,
virginity.
the enforcer of our Lord God, the one, the only, Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein. It's such a great movie because it makes you feel so good when you
So
see
good.
them. See them
Also,
fight.
when the other guy tries to imitate Paul Bettany,
Yes, when he tries to because
'Cause
the,
the-
page.
because the page obviously introduces knights, right? And then the page for Henry,
Yeah, one
the other one,
the other guy.
one. Anyway, I forgot which is which, but like just tries to do, but sucks.
Yeah. And then the idea is like he's trying to woo this girl and then he's like can't be himself and she tells him and this is kind of like a very antiquated idea like oh the girl's just telling him to do
I mean,
dumb
it's set in the
stuff.
15.
Yeah. But it's just like if you really love me you will not win. You're gonna lose. It's like the tournament is for me to earn money so I can like feed my people and like so he loses and his
Oh, he
all
wins,
of his
right?
friends he loses at the beginning. He keeps
Yeah.
losing things. It's like why is he losing? Because she told me to lose, and if I really loved her, I'd not fight. And he keeps losing, keeps getting hit. And then she says, "Okay, fine, I get it. You love me now. Kick their ass." And then he gets okay, and he wins the tournament. It's
Or
like
second place, right? Something
no,
like
that he because
Actually,
he
he
was
wins
winning tournaments
lands.
because his rival had to fight in the Crusades or one of those medieval wars, so he couldn't really fight. And then later on, he was able to fight again. It's a great movie because it has all of these feel good moments of him overcoming all of those adversities, and it's this great line where he finally defeats his enemy, and then there's this line of
Weight
"You've been
measures,
weighed."
yeah.
You have been measured. You have been found absolutely wanting. Yeah, welcome to the new world, and may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah, it's really, really cool movie. But
Which started the GoPro shot.
really,
I don't know, but it's the first time I saw that shot, which became a GoPro thing, where you put the GoPro on the sand and you all do
oh yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
true. That's like a very.
the
It
thing
wasn't.
that everyone does in the beach, where you put the GoPro and then
And look
everyone
at the camera.
and everyone circles around it looking
And
down.
you can-
Yeah, it was that shot.
Yeah, that's the shot that was.
Inspired.
I don't know if it was the first time, but it was the first time I saw it.
Yeah, and the idea is like it's just such a cool movie, and the
It also opens to Queen
yeah dun dun back dun
because
dun,
they have
Anachronistic.
anachronisms.
Yeah. So because the director said, well, this was set in the like 1570s, 1580s. So they'd be listening to 80s music because it's set in the like
So the start was it was a joust.
Yeah.
And then they were doing the tug tug, the people in the bleachers. "2 will rock you,"
yeah.
and that was the music.
Yeah. Yeah. They embrace that anachronism, and then even the dances like there's this hey nonny nonny dance where they would dance
No, no,
like
no, no.
where they held hands. You know that
Yeah, yeah,
medieval
yeah.
type of dance, but they were like, I think they sampled like a more recent song. I can't
I
remember,
don't remember.
but
I
there
also
were
remember the ten 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 ten
was
ten 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 ten
But
when they were training.
what was Will's goal in this story? Is
He
it
wants to be a
night to
knight,
first
for
to show his
to
father.
become noble or to just
but in
to
those
to
days you
become a knight?
couldn't. No, he wants to be a knight, but nobility was a requirement to be a knight back then.
He did become a knight. Even did people discover he wasn't nobility?
Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah, because it's although it is a good
Oh, because Chaucer can also fake the patents of
letters of
nobility.
patent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to show like,
Because
oh,
he's
he
an
is noble.
artist, so he forged essentially the birth certificate.
And
Oh.
so, but they said they found it was a forgery. He was put in the stocks, and he's going to be like, he's not going to be able to compete anymore. And then this like climactic part where the Prince Edward, the Black Prince of Wales,
Uh-huh.
comes in and says like, "Hey, this guy's a noble, y'all."
That's
And it's
exactly.
like, no, because he says like this.
Yeah.
My own historians have found that this man has come from an ancient and noble line of great knights. And this is my word, and as such, beyond contestation. Such
Which
a
is
great,
apparently a word.
yeah, but it's just a great line where he's like, he respects Will because Will went against him because he was the prince.
No. He actually said why he respects Will.
Yeah, he did. Like,
It's because, and his words were,
you say,
"Your men something, and even if I didn't know you, that is
yeah, your
something
men
like that.
love you. Your men love you. And if I knew nothing else beyond that,
That would be enough.
that would be enough.
Something
That
like that.
you fought when you should have yielded, and that is knightly too.
Yeah.
So
Because
That it
basically
is.
they were in a match in an earlier tournament, and they saw his opponents conceding
all of the
all
prince's
of
opponents,
the opponents because he's a prince. You don't want to hurt him.
he's
and the
heir,
prince
not
was
just the prince,
sad.
he's the heir.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the heir of the king. So
Yeah.
if
And he
they
was sad, but then
still
they were
fought,
all already telling him to concede, but then he just
he
giddy
went
up.
on.
He giddy up his horse. And
Yeah.
then that made
and it was a draw.
who what's the name of this guy?
Edward.
No,
Prince
but he's the
Black Prince.
the actor.
Oh, I don't remember the actor's
He's
name.
the badass English guy.
He's
He's known for being a badass English guy.
yeah, and that's like such a great movie from that year. 2001, sorry, 2001. So
When was The Dark Knight?
2008 or 9.
Really?
8, I think, yeah. Because it was a year before Iron Man.
It was that late?
Yeah.
Oh, 2003-ish is the first one.
The first
Yeah.
Batman, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
This is him just getting off from 10 Things I Hate About You. From
The
his
funny thing here is this Heath Ledger here was so.
yeah.
It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
It was everyone else.
Everyone else is great, but the thing is, Heath was able to do it because he has this wide-eyed like confusions, like, I love her.
But that's
Or,
also
like-
just 10 things I hate about you.
Yeah.
That-
Well,
That's why I asked if it's romantic. I might have confused it with 10 things.
It is.
you can't
Kinda.
confuse Knight's Tale with 10 Things because 10 Things is like in the modern day.
I don't really
Knight's Tale.
remember exactly what I watched.
But he's just playing the same
That's true.
kind of character.
Alright.
So it
He's
could
nicer
be
in Knight's Tale though. He's
Yeah.
nicer because in 10 Things he's a bit of a jerk. But yeah, A Knight's Tale is such a great movie, especially for the time.
Sounds like it.
And it's kind of like surprising just how many great people were in that
in
movie.
that one, yeah.
Such a great film. Yeah, but how about you, JR? Like, what's your topic?
I'm gonna look around and let's talk about Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's a great movie.
That's a great movie. Fun fact: it wasn't actually directed by Tim Burton. No, that's the thing that surprises everyone because everyone assumes it's directed by Tim Burton. It's not a big deal. Like he obviously had as much hand in it as he could, but he was busy directing.
He was, well, Nightmare Before Christmas was conceived by Tim Burton.
Yeah,
He was
it's his idea.
it
It's he
is
got
it's
his
his.
friend to direct it.
Yeah, that's
So it's
right.
still his, but
He was directing.
he
I
was directing
forgot
something
another
else.
movie. Oh, I think Edward Scissorhands.
No, because that was in the 80s, right?
Ah, hmm.
Oh wait, Nightmare came out 90s, but it was they started making it 91, 2 years,
Mm.
3 years.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, Scissorhands was 80 something, right? Or am I wrong?
Don't really remember.
I might
like,
have confused it. There's a documentary I think about Nightmare Before Christmas. But yeah, I might have confused it for another movie.
It might not be Edward Scissorhands, but yeah, the point is he was directing something else. And like because after this it was all like all the Tim Burton stuff, Tim Burton directed. So yeah.
Oh no, Tim Burton was not directing Nightmare because he was directing Batman Returns.
Batman
right.
Returns, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when Tim Burton directed Batman?
It's
And it's funny, it's also another movie that was set during Christmas.
and it was also a nightmare.
Oh no, also a dark film set in
No, but
Christmas.
was it bad?
No, don't say that about
No, that's what I'm
Batman
gonna ask because a
Returns.
lot of people are saying it's bad.
Who said that Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer, Christopher Walken as this horrible villain, and the Penguin starred amazingly by Danny DeVito? Such a great
A lot
film.
of people
it-
are. A lot of people are.
It's a great film.
It's a
I
great
like
film.
It is a
It-
great
it-
film, but a lot of people are.
comparing it to other.
I guess some people
Movie, yeah.
don't like it because of the rocket propelled penguins, but I tend to disagree that the rocket propelled penguins are part of the charm.
I mean, it's not like Batman and Robin levels of hate
No, of course not.
because that's just
Like
yeah.
different.
But yeah, I mean, it's not. It's also not bad. It's just a lot.
Pee Wee Herman was in that movie.
I think it's because people are comparing it to the modern Batman. Like
Yeah.
a lot of
It's different. It's a
Younger
different.
people,
it's
which-
a very campy thing for its time. It's great. You know.
you say for its time, but if Tim Burton would direct Batman now, it would be the same.
Well, it wouldn't have the same CGI. I guess it's like it would have
It
more
would
CGI.
no, it would have probably have no
animatronics.
CGI still. It would
No,
have
because
stop motion.
Did Batman Return? Did it earn money? I mean,
it made a
did
lot
it?
of
It made money.
Made
a lot of
money.
Because back then, any superhero movie would at least break even.
Okay.
But
But
speaking
yeah.
of stop motion, your movie of Nightmare Before Christmas, like that was actually how stop for me. It's like how stop motion grew up. Because for the longest time when we were kids, I'm not sure about you guys, but when I was a kid, stop motion meant Christmas specials. That's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That was like the what's the name of that elf? The elf that wanted to be a that was the elf that wanted to be a dentist.
Will Ferrell and Elf?
Frost, yeah, yeah. These because Rudolph had a big red nose, and his friend Clarence Clancy, the elf, wanted to be a dentist instead of an elf who didn't want to make toys. He wanted to make dentures, and so stop motion animation for the longest time was like this Rankin Bass specials of Frosty the Snowman, of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then when Nightmare Before Christmas came out, it was like horrific in a good way.
It was like no, because like Nightmare was the Toy Story of stop motion, where everything else was, and then whoa, right? Like it's not like by today's standards, it's still
It holds up
no,
though.
it's still good.
Yeah. It holds up even by today's level of stop motion. Because stop motion, I think a lot of the modern ideas or like processes for stop motion was sort of pioneered during that time. Even if you look at Coraline and you look at
Nightmare
Nightmare,
is actually better than
Coraline.
Coraline because they spent more time
Mhm.
with
they had
with
more time
Nightmare.
for
Yeah,
that.
they because they didn't, or maybe I don't know, maybe they didn't.
They're
but
they're comparable. I believe they're comparable.
Well,
yeah.
Nightmare
Nightmare
Before
though is better.
It's
No,
better.
but
it holds up.
it seems like they're same-ish until you realize the complexity of the Nightmare puppets.
Oh yeah,
Like
because
the
of the
Coraline
variety.
puppets are,
There are
yeah, you
fewer
know,
of them. That is
yeah.
true.
And
There's
then the movements, like the movements of the bat tie
mhm.
and stuff like that. That's not a joke.
the spider. Isn't it
Spider,
spider
whatever,
tie?
bat. I think it's bat. I
The for the
whatever.
mayor.
I don't know.
But the idea is like,
Bat.
yeah, there are more characters in Nightmare, and the variety makes it a bit more difficult.
And the
That's not
movement,
question.
is like
Yeah, they're not all uniform. Not just that, like the music of Nightmare is such a
Danny Elfman.
evocative thing. Danny Elfman.
Very catchy, and children still like it. Me and my son watches it every Halloween.
I mean, Danny Elfman even today, Wednesday.
Mhm.
Right?
Such a great.
No,
Right.
I don't mean today it's Wednesday. I mean
Even today with
and
the
today
Wednesday
Netflix's
soundtrack.
Wednesday's
Wednesday.
first 6
Episodes.
yeah, or something. I don't
Mhm.
know. Yeah, I think he yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
such
even the music there is different.
yeah, and such
Simpsons.
great songs. It stays with your brain. Every time that you hear it and it starts, like, what's this?
What's
All
this?
immediately
What's this?
exactly.
What's this?
And then it immediately sort of makes
Have you heard
feel-
the Fallout Boy version of that?
Oh, I'm sure there's like something
No, the official one. There's a
remaster.
An
20th
anniversary.
25th anniversary album of Nightmare where it's a bunch of famous art. So it's a remaster of everything plus a cover from different artists. So Marilyn Manson's Halloween. I'm sure that you heard.
Yes.
Fallout Boys, What's This? Panic at the Disco Did Something, etc., etc., etc.
Wait, if this came out in 93, Nightmare Before Christmas is 30 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was 10 years ago, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, this wasn't 10 years ago. Because I was listening to it
If it's a
in
20th
my
anniversary.
first car, which is I'm not gonna tell you because that's
Yeah,
you're gonna
but
get
when-
access to my email. Uh, I think it's a 15-year anniversary thing.
Okay. But yeah, it's like 30 years ago. I'm surprised there's nothing this year for Nightmare because it's the 30th year anniversary for
You know,
Nightmare.
you don't know yet.
Maybe they're gonna do something. It
It's
is
for
October.
Halloween.
That's
Halloween.
true.
Halloween. I
Exactly.
think they're
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween.
Yeah. In this town we call home. Yeah.
Everyone. Oh no.
Pumpkin song. Yes.
The best.
Every time that you listen to Nightmare Before Christmas, it makes you feel cold, but not in a bad way. It makes you feel like
Like
yes.
aircon.
Like
Oh.
yeah, exactly. It's like it feels like you're air conditioned whenever you think of the Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's like how people want to feel warm and fuzzy. It's the
yeah, the Christmas thing when you
Yeah.
see like chestnuts when it's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
particular tone of the like the Bing Crosby thing.
yeah.
When you hear chestnuts roasting, you feel I feel suddenly warm. I feel
this
a
one
strange-
is
yeah, it's a chill.
Halloween.
Yeah, it's a chill, a foggy feeling. But that isn't the only movie that sort of because Halloween movies, there's this old cartoon that showed around the same time
I
as
mean, Nightmare Before Christmas
Nightmare.
is technically a
Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, like
Die
that?
Hard.
like Die Hard, yeah. No, but there's also another movie.
No, but this actually is
Yeah,
technically
it
a
is. It is. It
Christmas
is a
movie.
Christmas movie. But like around the Halloween time movie that it showed around the same time of this is this old movie, this old cartoon movie called The Halloween Tree. Have you guys?
No.
It's about this kid who stole this pumpkin from this Halloween tree, and he's slowly becoming a ghost. And his friends have to travel through all of Halloween history to save him.
Halloween history.
Yes. So like in ancient Egypt, like the mummies, and then in Mexico, like the Day of the Dead, the
I guess.
Dias del Muertos, all of these other places like in Scandinavia and whatnot. It's based off of a Ray Bradbury book or short story called The Halloween Tree. It gives me the same feeling as A Nightmare Before Christmas. Is like, oh, this feeling of Halloween, of scary but not scary.
Scary but fun.
Yeah, like scary
Yeah,
but
yeah.
safe.
Is
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas scary? I mean,
Exactly.
don't-
That's exactly the point.
Yeah, it's well, I guess Oogie Boogie is kind of like the
Not
But there's still no. It's not like. Have you seen the? There's this Casper cartoon, the one with that starts with a long voiceover.
Mhm.
That's super creepy.
Casper cartoon, like the
Casper
friendly
the
ghost.
friendly ghost. There's an episode. Or what do you call them? Episodes.
Okay.
There was a Casper one where it starts with they're describing this old house and Casper is there, which it's not meant to be scary, but there's just something depressing about that cartoon
Mm.
that makes me feel like
I don't know
every
if I
time.
watched that episode, but I know what you're talking about.
This
Where
is like
there's
the
like a
introduction to Casper. It's the one that introduces who Casper is.
isn't
But
here's like a
the
song
only go-
Casper the
is
friendly
that a
No,
pilot
there's no
episode?
I think it's the first time
be
Casper
mad
appears.
or mean.
It's no, it's like, but not all ghost stories are blah blah blah. Some of them. There's a voiceover like that.
Hmm.
It's a childhood thing that whenever I saw that, it's just and it in its old cartoon. It's not happy because you want to see happy cartoons, and then there's this.
But if you're talking about scary cartoon, the scariest cartoon is still Fantasia. Night on Bald
I also
Mountain
could. I
is,
never finished Fantasia. It
that,
was too. It's not that it's scary. I just got bored.
but Night on Bald Mountain is the scariest cartoon I've ever watched.
I couldn't get past.
Are you guys familiar with Night on Bald Mountain?
No.
It's the one that's like classical music, like dun 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 dun, and then it's like a
Kill the
shimmer.
rabbit. No.
No, it's not that. That's what's opera doc. It's the one where there's the demon on the mountain, and then he's like calling the spirits of the dead on top
It's
of the
not about
mountain.
them actually. Like the Casper one I'm talking about isn't actually scary. It's just depressingly sad and lonely. Well, which I think they might be trying to do because they're trying to explain to you how Casper is lonely.
I guess. Like
But
you're
it
very
just
friends.
does. I guess it does so much of a good job at that it's okay. I'm depressed now.
Now I'm sad. But what about you Sushi, during Halloween? What is those similar things to a nightmare that you would?
Well, I still watch Tim Burton films. Like I find Coraline scary,
It's
and
because the missing eyes thing.
yeah, you have
The
to
body
so. I don't know, but I really found it scary. And then Corpse Bride.
Is
It's
a-
Tim
Burton.
Burton's, right?
Yeah.
So those are but I do find them charming. I mean, it feels like it's comforting.
It's Sweeney Todd that I couldn't finish.
Why?
It's hard to listen to Sweeney
It's
Todd because
hard.
of the discordant style of singing.
Ah,
For me.
Dissonant.
Dissonant, yeah.
Yeah. It's
I love Sweeney Todd.
But
I'm
the
I,
singing
I'm
is-
I'm sure it's nice, but if
Yeah,
there
yeah.
were a non-singing version, I'd prefer it.
like my arm is complete or something like that.
Alas, my arm is complete again. I think that's the part.
Yeah.
And no.
Reference to
Oh,
Oops.
oh. Yeah, so to wrap up, what was it? Nightmare Before Christmas. If you haven't listened to the cover official collection thing, you need to listen to it. If you haven't watched the movie,
Oh, the covers, the cover
yeah,
songs.
the
of-
cover songs. If you haven't watched the movie, I don't know. I don't know if it holds up if you're an 18-year-old person right now. I don't know if it holds up.
I think it still does. Nightmare Before Christmas, the artistry that they display is still there. It doesn't.
Yeah, but
doesn't
like
go
if
away.
you're for like if you're not the artistic type and just want a good movie, I'm not sure. For kids, it's fine. For
The
kids,
kids
for
is
sure.
kids.
Yeah.
It's
If
a
you're like
kids thing.
18 and up and we're watching it for the first time,
Maybe not.
maybe not, but that's on you.
Yeah, it's more if you're into whimsy, and if you're not, then that's okay. Eventually, you'll reach a point in your life when you will be. Then that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might depend on the upbringing as well, the influence of the parents.
True. Maybe.
Sure. If you're a Tim Burton type, then you like it.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for that, JR. And how about you, Sushi?
All right. Well, my topping right now is about
Topic?
topic right now.
Toppings?
Toppings?
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah, toppings.
Yeah.
Well, my topic is not about food, unfortunately. It's about Roblox. Have you guys heard of that?
Heard.
I have heard of Roblox. I have a 6-year-old nephew, so
Also, you've seen your nephew playing Roblox.
yes, it is a mystery to me as well.
Well, I can explain
But
Roblox.
what's a mystery to you?
Because it doesn't
It doesn't appeal to you.
it looks strange. It's like a Minecraft thing, and then
It's a
they do
block
other
game.
things, and then there are other games in it, and it's a bit confusing. Although besides that, I also know Roblox because I work at a bank, and that's like a pretty common source of fraud. Like people would have
Oh.
their
They buy
yeah,
in-game
that
currency.
they
Oh,
I
the
didn't
people that get the people's children get scammed
yeah
because of Roblox.
yeah, because apparently you can there's like charges that you can
And you can
you
auto
incur.
charge.
You
Uh-huh.
get auto charged for it, and so they people get
Yeah.
oh, it's a scam, it's a fraud or something, but so it's just a funny thing.
Oh gosh. Well, yes. Roblox doesn't have good moderation in their experiences. So, just for the people who don't know Roblox, it's a game studio or more like a game platform where you can create they call it experiences.
Mhm.
It's something like simulators. You have several types or several simulators which are can be a game or can be just an experience. Like you can experience the role play as a parent and as a child. There's something like that. You can experience to become an astronaut. There's a space flight simulator in Roblox. So that's Roblox. It's not really
guess.
it's a game platform where you can create and share experiences.
Oh, it kind
So
of like
so let me ask you, if you have a child right now and you have the choice for that child to start or never start Roblox.
That's quite tough because even if you don't show it to your
like
kid.
that's the choice. Like, would you want your child to never have played Roblox or to have played Roblox? Because I'm thinking, yes, I mean, it's good enough, but generally,
I think it's still a beginning
No.
part of your exposure to games or virtual worlds.
However, kids who played Roblox
No.
don't want to play single player games because
and
they
that's fine.
That's
I mean,
Yeah.
kids want friends. That's that's a
what do
plus
you mean
for
by
me.
that? Like, you found that
my son started playing Roblox at around 7 years old.
oh, it's that old already.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's 6 or 7 or maybe earlier. But now he's 13. He's still playing Roblox with his friends and classmates. So it's not necessarily friends in school.
Mhm.
You see? And then I tried getting him to play games on a console like Spider-Man, Miles Morales. He did play
To
it.
be fair, that's you could have picked the first one.
But
Mhm.
it was
Anyway.
his choice. He wanted to play the Miles Morales game. But I do have other games. He doesn't want to play single player games anymore. He's fine with co-op games. He's fine with MMORPGs. I mean, the experience with Roblox is you get to play with a lot of people and you get to socialize a lot.
Which is an interesting thing that socialization in these virtual worlds is like a part of how they play. Like when we were kids, like we'd play with our neighborhood, like family, well, with family members and neighborhood kids, and then you play outside and you play with them because that's your immediate vicinity. But with these types of games, your immediate vicinity, your play group is anyone. And isn't I'm not so sure about Roblox. Isn't Roblox very simplistic? Like, well, no, let me rephrase that.
Well, the graphics is, but everything else is.
Yeah,
But you could put
limit.
RTX textures or you can create an experience with RTX textures inside it.
Yeah, I mean,
There is a Call of Duty lookalike which
it
has
does look like Call of
it
Duty.
does look like Call of Duty. It plays like
Mm.
Call of Duty, but it's
But-
inside Roblox.
Yeah, but to be fair, no one really
knows
wants
or wants
RTX.
graphics.
I mean, you think you do until you turn it on and it's like,
I mean, it's
Yeah.
available. You can do it.
yeah,
But it's for beginner game developers, I guess,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
they could practice.
And that's actually
Creating
a
the
common thing
games?
that I heard about Roblox, where people get into Roblox because it's a way for them to get exposed to these concepts of design. Like,
That's right.
so that later on that, oh, okay, I know these are the concepts that I do. that's where the money comes in, I think, with when it comes to Roblox, like because you can sell those experiences, or you
Yeah,
can.
You can
you can sell
sell
currency specifically for that
you can
experience if you
sell
wanted
game
to.
passes.
Mhm.
You can sell in-game items.
Mhm.
Like for example, I also played Roblox because of my son. And
Because of my son
yeah,
codes.
there is this experience that they call Adopt Me. So you get, aside from being a parent or a child, you get to adopt.
Laughing.
You get to adopt pets, and there are
Oh.
premium pets. So it's like a collector's game.
But like why did you just not get an actual pet?
The pets, are they like, do they have like scripts, like they like Nintendogs or like Tamagotchis, they live, they have to feed them.
Well, you have to feed them to level them up
So
and evolve them.
would you rather that your child just have a pet or a virtual pet? Want or take care of?
It's possible. I mean, yeah, I'd prefer a real pet.
Yeah.
It's just that
Aside from the fact that they bark when you record podcasts, they're, you know.
Well, when you think about it as well, what are you trying to teach a kid with a pet? Like you're trying to teach them
Responsibility, yeah.
right? Which you can get also from virtual. So
From a pet rock.
yeah, from Pet Rock and
we do have a pet rock in Adopt Me.
in Adopt Me.
It's a premium item.
I mean,
Wait,
yes.
it's a premium.
Yeah, you have to
The
pay.
rock, you have to pay to get the rock.
If I remember correctly, yes. And
What's an
we do have
example?
a Mega Neon. So that's 16. Because when you have 4 fully leveled up pets, you can combine them and put they become a neon pet. So you have 4 neon pets.
A Neo pet.
N-
It's just
It
so-
becomes
I
a
remember
Mega
Neopets.
Neon.
yeah.
Neopets is another
It
word,
becomes neon colored. So it's a
Sure.
collector. It's a collector's game actually.
I get it. It's just that I'd because like yes, you're teaching someone responsibility, but also there's no consequence to it.
Well, that's the thing. There's a consequence, or if the pet dies, it gets deleted from your account.
Yeah, but that's,
That's
like
No,
you
there's
don't.
no such thing.
No, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
that's an example.
Yeah,
you
but
could-
even if it did, that's not gonna like you're not gonna teach your kid the value of life because his
virtual
12-year-old
The
pet
goal of
died.
Well,
right?
the goal of Roblox is just to have people experience fun, which is ironically, Roblox is more fun than most AAA games recently. I mean,
Oh my god.
most.
You're attacking the whole gaming industry.
well, I think it follows a thing where when people start playing it, they're less critical and
Yeah,
they're
they don't have to.
No, I'm
Really?
also like I don't doubt it being fun.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
just
it's-
worried about
yeah.
the time sinkiness of it. Like if your kid spends all of his free time playing Roblox
Would that
and
be a
never
bad
learns
thing?
to ride a bike and stuff like that. Or learn skills.
Yeah, that
That's
depends
the
on the
thing.
parent. Of
That's why
course.
for me, if I had a choice, I'd rather if I had a kid, I'd rather they not learn to play Roblox.
I mean,
not
Roblox-
because it's not fun, but because I'd rather they play, 500 other games and finish them than
But-
play Roblox.
But
Mhm.
that's isn't like Roblox. The idea is it is 500 other games because it's a game
or
of-
watch 1,000 movies.
But that's the thing. It's kind of like the experiences make it kind of like 1,000 movies. Like from the description,
No, but
I don't
I'd
know.
rather the kid actually watch 1,000
Individual
movies,
ones.
right? Like not because of not individual ones, but like for someone like for the kid to have watched Nightmare Before Christmas or A Knight's Tale.
I mean,
or but if it sounds like Roblox is customizable to create those experiences. What if there's an experience where you will play through Nightmare Town. You play
There
through
is.
that.
No,
And then
but I would rather that he actually watched Nightmare Before Christmas.
you'd think you'd want your child to experience that passively rather than be proactive inside the world that's being
No, because that's
simulated.
different. Like you can say I played through, Nightmare Town, but you haven't watched the movie.
And then
well,
think that's
here's the thing:
yeah.
if the creator of the experience influences or convinces the player to watch Nightmare Before Christmas, right? That's where the game is good. I think my son Yeah, he played the COD type or lookalike game, and then he tried COD.
Is that a pretty
Eh,
common thing where they see something in like a game that they play? Like, oh, like I see Disneyland, or I look at the Minecraft that's like Disneyland or
Hmm.
something, and then oh, I want to look at the real Disneyland. Is
Yeah,
that
something
happening
like
like
that.
that?
It does happen. And then
Mhm.
Hello Sanrio actually have their own experience. KFC, they have their own experience in Roblox. I
They
mean,
encourage you
big
to eat.
big company. No, I think you pretend you're a cashier, you pretend you're a cook,
mm,
so you know what's happening behind the
I
kitchen.
thought you pretend to be a
sure.
chicken, and then they're going to be. Will I be a double down?
That's for another topic.
And the answer to that it's always yes.
Yeah,
You always want to be
be
a
a
double
double
I mean,
down.
down.
there's a lot of experiences inside Roblox. Like I said, there's a
Yeah, I mean,
space flight
I
simulator.
don't
Mhm.
doubt it
You
being good. I just rather my kid, if I had one, do a million other things than spend a million
Yeah.
hours in
Well,
Roblox. That's it.
here's the
That's
thing. You don't sink a lot of hours in Roblox
oh,
because
you don't?
it gets tiresome. There's nothing there's really nothing else to do but to experience something which isn't that many since these are free games, right? So
Oh,
it's
so
not
it's short.
yeah, it's short. And then
Ah,
when you're done playing with your friends, I mean, it gets fun because you're playing with your friends, right? Or you're playing with other fun people. And then that's it. You're done. You feel happy. Then you move on with your life, right?
yeah, I
It's
guess.
it's not something that you have to grind many hours into.
No, it's not that.
You're you
It's not that you have to, but kids do.
yeah,
Like my nephew does,
I see
right?
a lot of people do
My
get addicted.
nephew spends like 4 hours a day on Roblox
Oh,
every single day, which
do
is
you know what
maybe
experience?
everything.
Huh. Okay.
Something with a lot of platforming, which is, it's fine. Nothing's wrong with it. But like, it's like you never had the urge to learn an instrument
Oh.
or, like I said, want to ride a bike or, you know,
I guess that would be up to the parent if they want to teach. I don't.
no,
I
because
can't speak for all parents.
wanting
But
to
here's the thing.
teach,
Let me just share with you, JR, because
mhm,
my son used to play the piano
but,
in Roblox. So I
but,
bought a real piano.
and he didn't like it.
He does play a little piano in real life.
But it started with Roblox.
It started with Roblox. It didn't start with me because I was trying to
No,
influence him
it's
like
not like you don't. It's not that you teach them to. It's that they want to do it by themselves because they hear music somewhere, right?
that part I'm not sure.
But if it's like, oh, I like this because it's a thing in Roblox, then they'll. Because here's the thing: if it's like when you collect Funko Pops and you just buy everything because, oh, I watched that show, let me buy that. It's something similar to that where you just want to do something because you see it in the game you play. And
It,
then when you try it, it's like, okay, I tried it. Next,
That's possible.
but
yeah.
I think it still makes Roblox a pretty interesting thing to try.
It is an interesting thing to try, and it is a good game.
And I
Like,
think
or not game.
Platform.
platform
Engine?
Oh
engine,
yeah,
yeah, engine
engine.
is like a better way of calling it
Yeah.
because it's like
Well,
what you take
technically, it
out
is a
of it.
game, but yeah.
Yeah, what you get out of it is really what you
Up
put
to
in.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's up
and
to you.
and it's kind of like, and your story about how he moved from Roblox piano playing to actual
Uh-huh.
piano
But then
playing,
stop.
and it's not.
Yeah, that's a
But
problem.
it's more of a thing that that's kind of interesting. But yeah, Roblox is. I didn't know it was just like it was something more than just that.
I guess for some people who don't have access to like is space flight available in the Philippines?
Oh, kasi VPN stuff. Ah.
So at least people would get exposed on
And some
how,
people,
right?
no, and the
They
problem is
train.
some people actually don't have the cash to pay for
Right.
other experiences. Right.
So
If you're lucky enough to have the ability to pay for whatever you want
yeah.
whenever you want it, then yeah, sure. But like other people just stick with their hide and seek or whatever games and,
Yeah,
and
what
stuff like
yeah.
that forever. So there.
All right.
Conclusions.
Conclusion, well, Roblox, I believe Roblox has something for someone, for people who are oh, I remembered Roblox has the Van Gogh, You can explore the Van Gogh painting, the Starry Night.
You can like look at
You
the
can
gallery.
You can
Art
explore
gallery.
the actual painting, so it's 3D.
Is it in full? Oh, the painting itself. So you
The
like
Starry
walk
Night.
inside.
Yeah, you can walk inside. So there's an
Simulated.
experience for everyone inside
Wait,
Roblox.
you can walk inside the cell where he was?
No, the
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 painting.
Starry Night,
The painting. The painting of the stars. So you go inside and
The
you're now
cell.
in the world of
you explore the town in Starry Night,
Town in
and you can
Starry
see the
Night.
mount,
I
the
thought it
spiky
was like because
mountain.
he painted Starry
Inside the
Night while he
cell.
was locked in a cell,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was the window view.
Oh, you can explore
Or that's
town.
that's the inspiration at least. I might be wrong. He had one in.
Yeah, there might be something for someone.
I'm sure
in
there's
Roblox.
something for everyone,
Yeah.
but yeah, times
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Anyway.
thanks for that. It's a really interesting thing. It starts with imagination. It goes back into it. Yeah. Well, but that's our show. Thanks for listening to the Random Pinoy Geek podcast. This has been Elvin with JR and Sushi. And remember, it's okay to geek out as,
As long as you know when to
stop.
stop.